What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today, for the first time, I have to say, I feel bad for Master Evloev. He is going to be fighting Aaron Pico in the Apex. You may ask, who the fuck is Aaron Pico? And I ask the same thing, because who is Aaron Pico? I really don't want to rage. I have MCAS for the next 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, so I really don't want to rage. But who is Aaron Pico? Like, I knew Patricio Pitbull. I knew RDR. I knew Michael Chandler. Who is this? Who is Aaron Pico? Nobody knows. Like, bro, oh, man. Aaron Pico's getting a #1 contender shot against Master Evloev, who deserves it more than Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez still getting a title shot, and I'm not mad about that because Diego's higher ranked than Master Evloev, probably has better wins than Master Evloev. But still, why is he fighting Aaron Pico in the Apex? In the Apex? Come on, man. At least put it in front of a crowd, but no, they're not going to put this in front of a crowd. If they put this in front of a crowd, they're going to put this on the early prelims, just like he did against Aljamain Sterling. All Evloev wants to do is become, a world champion, or at least stay active, because he's only, usually he fights like once a year, twice a year. He wants to stay active, and I respect that. But they put him on the prelims. They put him on the prelims against a bantamweight champion. A #1 contender's fight is on the prelims of the pay-per-view. And it was a decent fight, It was decent. It was back and forth. I'd rather see Aljo versus Master Evloev too. Keep it a buck. I'd rather see it too. Like, look at his resume. Dan Ige, Diego Lopez, Arnold Allen, Aljamain Sterling. Let's see Diego Lopez, because I'm going to take back that statement. Master Evloev has a better resume than Diego Lopez. His resume. Brian Ortega, Dan Ige, Sharish Usyk, and Pat Sabatini, who just got a win over this weekend. And lost to the guy who lost to Pat Sabatini over this weekend. This guy on the Contender Series. Embarrassing. That's why he's losing to Volkanovski. But anyways, back to Aaron Pico, the most 1999 fighter I've ever heard in my entire life. Aaron fucking Pico! Now, obviously I have to triple check my sources like I do everything, because we have this video coming up. Oh my god, the generational rant on Tuesday that I'm going to do for this one. It's going to be generational. But I have to double check my sources. I checked bjpen.com. I picked MMA Joey, MMA Che. Kenny Okoye made a video about it. Sorry, I had to talk to my mom real quick. But anyways, I had to triple check my sources, and it's all true. This is official. Typology says, not official, but most likely it's official that this is going to happen. And I know you guys are still wondering, because you guys, all my people, are Aaron Pico haters. Or not Aaron Pico haters, but they're Bellator haters. And they love UFC. Everybody that watches, So, I'm just going to tell you who the hell Aaron Pico actually is, You know what I'm saying? Aaron Pico. So, he is a boxer and a wrestler. He had a lot of hype back then and then got knocked out brutally. Twice in a row. He was like the chosen one. He's like the golden boy because he fought 3 times a year. He had a little bit of comeback and then he got TKO'd again. And he got his wins back. He got his wins back against the people that beat him. But that's really all he accomplished. And nobody knows who he is. I like to say money well spent because they do have money well spent, They signed Kai Sakura, RDR, Shava Bullet, what's another one? Patricio Pitbull. Like, money well spent. But not on this one, because nobody knows who Aaron Pico is, bro. If you watch Ryzen, you know who he is. If you watch Bellator, you know who Patricio Pitbull is. Maybe if you watch Kickboxing, Shot a Bullet. If you watch One Championship, RDR. If you watch Bellator, I guarantee you're not going to see this guy on the screens. You're not going to know who Aaron Pico is. He hasn't even won a belt. Oh my God, bro. And it pisses me more off that they put him in the #1 contender spot. If he wins this, he's fighting, and he's like Mexican, which is not a problem. But if he wins this, you already know he's facing Diego Lopez or Volkanovski and UFC Nache on Mexican Independence Day. Pretty sure that's September 20th, UFC 320. You already know Pico is just going to skip the line and face Volkanovski and get destroyed. First round KO for Volkanovski against Pip. I think Evloev will get a finish. I genuinely think Evloev will get a finish on this fight. I think Evloev will get a third round TKO on the ground in the third round. Just ground and pound him until the referee says, all right, no more, no more. But it's not even going to look good on his resume. That's the thing. They sign these guys, they lose, and they're like, what's next for Kai Sakura? You know, what's next for MVP? If RDR loses to Bo Nickel, what's next for him? Right? Like, what happens? What happens if freaking Patricio Pitbull loses to Yair, which I don't think is going to happen, but what happens if he does? Where does he go? He can't just hop into a fight against Dan Ige. You know what I'm saying? So, I hate this fight. The UFC hates Monster Evloev. I actually feel bad for him for the first time in my actual MMA career. Who the fuck is Aaron Pico? Which I just said who he was, but still. Who the hell is Aaron Pico? So yeah. Future videos coming out. This one is Islam Skeda Ilya Taporia because he said he's planning to move it to 155. 170 if JDM wins. And then there's no hype for the Sean O'Malley and Marab rematch. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. And who is Aaron Pico?